What's going on, guys? This is Only One Antidote here, and this is a video that probably most of my viewers would not expect in 2019, but this is going to be my manga collection video for March 2019, and the reason I made this is because it kind of fell off with me. 2016, it all kind of died out, and I stopped watching anime, and I stopped collecting manga as often. The passion kind of went away, but 2016 I still, at least for most of that year, I still collected some manga, and then towards the end of it is kind of when I stopped regularly collecting manga. The last collection video was January 2016, and since from there to like October 2016, that's where like I got more manga. And after that it was basically nothing. This video is basically to show you what I have now. I'm not really back into it. It's just something that I think should be updated on the channel since it's been over 3 years since the last collection video, and since any actual mention of manga and anime on this channel. Let's get into it. Alright, this is my second attempt at making this video because when I was editing it, I found that the time of the video was intact, like it was a 10-minute video, but then at around the 7-minute mark, the video just stopped playing and it was like a still screen. So I don't know what happened, but we're going to do it again. So we'll start up top here. We have Naruto 1 through 4 and 6 through 44. As you guys know, I've said in the past that Naruto is one of my favorite series. I grew up watching it, and I wanted to continue, I wanted to continue it with it in my life when I first started collecting manga, and I'm less than 30 volumes away from completing it, so maybe one day I'll get that done. I don't know about Boruto, I don't know if I'll continue with that, but Naruto is just a classic. Up here, we have One Piece 1 through 3 and 4 through 13. I think in the last collection video we had up to 10, so during that time, mainly 2016, I got 11, 12, and 13. It's a very interesting series, but it's also very long, so I gotta see where I'll go with this. Over here, we got Bleach 1 through 9. Haven't gotten another volume of this, don't know if I will, but I'm considering just finishing out the first arc because that's apparently the best arc of the entire series, but I'll see what I want to do with it. Here's Orange. It's the first omnibus. I think there's 2 of them. I tried watching this anime in the summer of 2016. I only got like through a few episodes because, like I said, the passion kind of went away and I just didn't find any desire to watch it anymore. But I know the plot of it and stuff, and it's not really psychological, but it's slice of life, and it has to do with these letters that this girl's getting, but it's from a guy who's dead, I believe. I might have that wrong. Or no, it's letters from her future self. That's what it is. I got it. I haven't read it though, and I need to read it soon because it has nice art and it has a good story. Alright, down here we have Ajin 1 through 6. This is also one of those 2016 series that I started. It wasn't in the last collection video, but here it is now, and 6 must have been the last volume that I got when I was still into it, because I think there's still 12 volumes out now or so. And I watched the anime January 2016. This was one of the 6 anime in winter 2016 that I tried to keep up with, and then I just decided to give it up because it started to feel like a chore watching anime, and it all just stopped. I was trying to keep up with this, Assassination Classroom Season 2, and I think those were just going to be the original ones. And then I added Dimension W, Divine Gate, Konosuba, and Aokana 4 Rhythm Across the Blue. So that's 6 anime series I tried to keep up with. So you can understand why it would be hard for somebody who's in 8th grade in school all the time trying to keep up with 6 anime series, and it just stopped. But anyway, Ajin's good. The anime kind of had backlash because it was like 3D animation, but I didn't really mind that. I'm probably going to continue with the manga whenever, I guess. Here we have Assassination Classroom 1 through 11. I watched the first season, that's when I was still into it, and I ended up finishing the second season, but it was a lot later than when it actually came out. So I know everything that happens, but there's still like 10 more volumes that I need to get to actually complete the manga, and it really caught my eye, and I enjoyed it. It seems like it should go longer, but I mean, I think it was a perfect length for its time being. Attack on Titan 1 through 23. So last year I picked up, I believe it was 20 through 23, because I still only had like 1 through 19 at the time. So that's why I do like sporadically collect manga, because if it's a series like Attack on Titan, it's one of those that's been there since the very beginning, and I enjoyed it. and it's about to end soon, so I need to get I think they're up to volume 26 right now. I'm probably going to pick that up soon, but we'll see what happens. Here's Bakuman 1 through 19, and 20 is down there. Again, Obata and Oba, they're a great manga duo. They know how to get stuff done. The storytelling and writing, or the storytelling and art is just, it's great. And Bakuman, and it might be slice of life, but it really shows the struggle that manga creators go through trying to get their work serialized. Obviously, Takagi and Mashiro are examples of what Oba and Obata had to do. So I completely recommend this. It's in my top 5, like I've said before, and has a happy ending and everything. Everything worked out well for all of them. Down here, we got Black Clover 1 and 2. This was one of those 2016 manga that I heard about, and it just seemed interesting, so I picked up the first 2 volumes. I'm pretty sure I actually got them like on their release date, so I first had the first volume, then a few months later the second volume. And it gives me that fairy tale feel, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, I haven't gotten any volumes since then. Since then, they've made an anime out of it, which is cool. I haven't watched any of it, but I just know that that's where they're at with it right now. Okay, next, Blue Exorcist 1 through 6. I've just had those. I haven't touched it. I think I've read the first 5. I feel like I didn't read the 6th, but it was just one of those that I wanted to try out. I think I've watched a few episodes of the anime, but I'm pretty sure this was on a hiatus at one point too, because it seemed like no volumes were coming out, but I believe they have around like 24 or so. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's okay. Now we have Death Note 1 through 12, one of my favorite series of all time. Like I've said, Obata and Oba really know what they're doing, and I love their work. It just seems like everything they make is a masterpiece. And Death Note is a true classic in the anime and manga world, and anybody who's starting out, I would completely recommend this series. It's very popular, and it's just one of those series that you just have to watch and read. Up here, we have something very, very new. This is The Promised Neverland 1 and 2. I just picked these up today. I was scrolling through Winter 2019 anime, and I saw this, and I watched the first episode, and it seemed really, really interesting, and it caught my eye. A very interesting horror series. I thought it was going to be a slice of life at first, but nope, it is horror, and I love it. I'm probably going to continue that anime this season, and probably pick up more volumes, because this actually did catch my eye, and it was really interesting. Dimension W 1 and 2. Like I said, this was one of those 2016 series that I picked up the first 2 volumes of, and then I fell out of it. It was one of those anime that I kept up with in that winter of 2016. I believe I finished that first season, but I'm not quite sure. It's not bad, though. It has an interesting futuristic plot to it. Here's Fairy Tail 1 through 7. Yeah, no new volumes of Fairy Tail that I've gotten lately, but like I've said, I'm really ahead in the anime. Like, I'm on episode 115. When I first discovered that series, I was just binge-watching day after day in the summer. I think it was like summer 2015 when I found it and just kept watching, and I think that's when I got most of these volumes too. Nothing new since then. I know that the manga's ended, and I think the anime is almost done too. Go up here, we have Platinum End, first volume. That's it. First volume of this came out in October 2016, I want to say, somewhere around then. But it was by Oba and Obata, and I wanted to check out what it was like. And it's different, but it's not bad. It's a new concept that they've had, and a lot of the characters look like people like Light Yagami, Mashiro, Takagi. They look similar. Obata's drawing is just so similar to the other series that they've had. And I might continue with this, but I'm not sure. I don't know if it has an anime or not. I'm going to have to look that up later. One Punch Man, 1 through 7. There's 1 through 6 down there, and then 7 up there. I think in the last video I had the first 4 volumes, and that's when it was up to date. I'm not up to date with it now. I think they have 15 volumes out. They've been on a very large hiatus. Volumes are coming out like every 5 or 6 months now, I'm pretty sure. I finished the first season of the anime, because that was like 2015 to 2016. The second season's coming out soon. Not sure if I'll watch it or not. Like I said, I'm not 100% back into manga and anime. This is just something that I wanted to update. I'm just going to have to see where it goes from here. 7 Deadly Sins, 1 through 6. The last video I had 1 through 4. I got them as a Christmas gift in 2015. And I love the art. I love the medieval storylines that they had. So I picked up 5 and 6. And I don't even think that was up to date at the time. I'm pretty sure I just had the first 6 volumes, because they have like 30 now. This also kind of gives me a fairy tale feel. We have Tokyo Ghoul 1 through 7. In the last video I had 1 through 4. I believe that was up to date at the time, and I think 7 was up to date until I stopped collecting. It was 14 volumes in the first series, and then Tokyo Ghoul Re has, I think they have also like 12 or 13 volumes. Anime I didn't get too far in, and I said that at the time. The translated manga was behind, so I stopped watching the anime because of it. But it's not a bad series. I'm not sure if I'll continue it, though. I mean, if it's only 14 volumes, then I might as well. But I don't know how long Re is going to go on for. And finally, we got Wolf Children, Ame and Yuki. Very sad manga, but it's a must-read and a must-watch for the anime film. It's sad, but it has beautiful art and a beautiful story to it. So that is it for the March 2019 manga collection. There are 180 volumes here, and I just, I felt like I had to update it, even though I'm not really back into it anymore. It was just something that I never really talked about in the last few months of me being active in this. So, thanks for watching this, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.